Tennessee is coming out of its bye week looking to continue its momentum after an impressive start to the 2025 season. And after a roster breakdown was put out last week in the SEC, the Vols start to the year is made to look even more impressive. We'll explain coming up next.
Taking
Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. The Next Round, which is a digital streaming show talking mostly college football out of Alabama, put out this roster age breakdown for every roster in the SEC last week. And one thing that immediately sticks out is that Tennessee has the youngest roster in the Southeastern Conference, with nearly 50% of it being made up by freshmen. That's right. When you break it down, 49.5% of Tennessee's roster is made up of college freshmen. Just over 15% are sophomores. Just over 23% are juniors. Only 9% of Tennessee's roster are senior players, and only 2.7% are graduates. You compare that to the likes of Vanderbilt, who has the oldest roster in the SEC, that has 22% graduate players. A massive difference, but it kind of puts a spotlight on the challenge that Josh Heupel and his staff faced going into this year. Now, when you look at the major players for Tennessee season so far, the majority of them are some of those upperclassmen. Even though the upperclassmen technically might be in the minority roster-wise, guys like Joey Aguilar, who's now playing for multiple schools in his college football career, Joshua Josephs on defense, Arion Carter, Chris Brazzell, who's been around the block, Star Thomas. All of these players are veterans in college football. Many of them have been playing for multiple schools throughout the course of their career, and those are absolutely the guys that are driving the bus forward for Tennessee this year. But the 2025 challenge for Josh Heupel's coaching staff was that they were going to kind of be forced into doing something that really they've never wanted to do or avoided doing in recent years, and that is playing underclassmen in pivotal roles, especially playing true freshmen. That has been one thing that has been a talking point for Tennessee fans about Josh Heupel and this program, the reluctance to throw younger players into the fire. I mean, think back to when Nico Iamaleava was a freshman, and yes, he was redshirting, but Tennessee fans absolutely wanted to see him earlier in those games that he eventually appeared in during that redshirt year, and he's not the only example. Well, this year, Tennessee is playing a healthy freshman right tackle now in David Sanders after missing most of the first portion of the season. Sanders finally came off the bench and appeared in that game against Mississippi State for his Tennessee debut. Tennessee also has relied on a true freshman corner in Ty Redmond since Ricky Gibson went down for a potential season-ending injury in Week 1 against Syracuse. We're seeing the Vols lean on these younger players really more than we ever have before, and that is a good sign as Tennessee looks to continue to climb the ladder as it pertains to recruiting. Right now in the class of 2026, the Vols have the number 8 class in the country, of course, headlined by quarterback Faison Brandon, but he's starting to collect some elite talent around him, like the 5-star wide receiver Tristan Keys that a couple of months ago flipped from LSU to Tennessee. So it's just interesting to see how the roster has shaken out for Tennessee and this blend of veteran players making an impact and underclassmen playing pivotal roles. Mike Matthews is a true sophomore wide receiver. He has been excellent this season, and Tennessee's going to need him to do even more down the stretch this year. Just an interesting caveat to Tennessee's early season success, and something that you hope to see continue, just maybe with a little bit more balance as far as the roster age breakdown is concerned.